Have you ever wondered why some women are naturally drawn to certain men, while others remain indifferent? It's easy to assume that attraction is all about looks or charm, but the truth runs much deeper. There are hidden forces at play, subtle, yet powerful psychological factors that influence a woman's desire for intimacy. These are not always spoken about openly, yet they shape the way relationships form, deepen, or fade away. Many men spend years trying to decode what truly makes a woman crave closeness, often mistaking surface-level interactions for something more meaningful. But the reality is, attraction isn't just about what's said or done. It's about what's felt. Every woman is drawn to a man for reasons beyond physical appearance. There's something about the way he carries himself, how he makes her feel, and whether he provides a certain kind of emotional presence. Sometimes, even without realizing it, a woman will gravitate toward a man who exudes qualities that align with her deepest desires. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding the unspoken rules of attraction and why certain behaviors naturally invite intimacy while others create distance. A man can be the most good-looking or financially successful person in the room. Yet if he lacks the deeper elements that make a woman feel emotionally secure and connected, his presence may not leave a lasting impact. This is where Stoicism offers powerful insights. Attraction is often driven by emotions, and emotions can be unpredictable. Women, like all human beings, are influenced by feelings, by how someone makes them feel in the moment and over time. But the key to deeper intimacy is not to get lost in these emotions or to chase validation. A man who understands Stoicism knows that his worth does not depend on external approval. He remains grounded, composed, and unaffected by temporary shifts in attention or affection. And paradoxically, this very mindset makes him more attractive. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't desperately seek their approval, because self-assurance signals strength. Strength, in turn, creates a sense of security, one of the most fundamental desires that fuel intimacy. The 6 factors that shape a woman's craving for intimacy are not random. They are deeply rooted in psychology and human nature. Some of them are based on how a man makes a woman feel emotionally, while others stem from his presence, confidence, and the way he engages with the world. Some factors are about connection, while others involve the subtle dance of attraction and mystery. Understanding these elements will not only help you recognize what truly makes a woman drawn to you, but also give you the wisdom to approach relationships with a balanced and confident mindset. Instead of trying to force attraction or constantly seek validation, you'll learn how to naturally cultivate an energy that invites closeness. In the following discussion, we'll uncover these 6 powerful factors one by one, breaking down exactly why they matter and how they influence the way a woman feels toward you. Whether you've been in relationships before or are still trying to understand what makes a real connection, these insights will give you a clearer perspective on attraction, intimacy, and the way women respond to the presence of a man. Attraction may begin with curiosity, but true intimacy is built on something much deeper: emotional safety. Before a woman allows herself to be vulnerable, she needs to feel secure in your presence. This isn't about physical protection alone. It's about emotional trust. A woman will naturally crave closeness with a man who makes her feel understood, respected, and valued. If she senses instability, unpredictability, or emotional recklessness, she will hesitate to open up, no matter how physically attractive she may find him. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Without it, everything else crumbles. A woman doesn't just want to hear reassuring words. She needs to see proof of reliability over time. This is why consistency is so important. When a man's words and actions align, it builds a sense of security. Small things matter more than most people realize. If a man says he will do something and follows through, if he listens without judgment, if he remains steady in difficult moments, these qualities make her feel safe. When she knows she can rely on him, a deeper connection begins to form naturally. On the other hand, if she senses dishonesty, emotional volatility, or an inability to handle pressure, she will instinctively guard herself, even if she is drawn to him on the surface. This is where Stoicism provides valuable insight. Many men struggle with emotions, either suppressing them completely or letting them dictate their actions. But emotional control is not about being cold or distant. It's about understanding emotions without being ruled by them. A Stoic man remains calm even when faced with challenges. He doesn't overreact to setbacks, nor does he seek external validation to feel secure within himself. This emotional stability makes a woman feel safe because she knows that he won't be easily shaken by minor conflicts or fleeting emotions. A man who is steady in his own mind provides a sense of calmness that women naturally find attractive. Another key aspect of emotional safety is how a man reacts when a woman is vulnerable. When she shares her thoughts, fears, or insecurities, she's not necessarily looking for solutions. She's looking for understanding. If a man dismisses her feelings, minimizes her emotions, or tries to immediately fix everything, it can create a disconnect. But if he listens with patience and acknowledges what she feels without judgment, she will feel safe opening up even more. Emotional safety is about creating a space where she can be herself, without fear of being criticized or misunderstood. In relationships, small moments define long-term attraction. A man who can stay composed during misunderstandings, who can offer reassurance without being overly reactive, and who can handle his own emotions with maturity, naturally becomes someone a woman feels drawn to. She doesn't crave intimacy with someone who swings between extremes, one moment overly affectionate, the next distant and indifferent. She desires a presence that feels stable, a connection that feels secure. This kind of attraction doesn't happen overnight. It develops over time through actions rather than words. A man who embodies emotional stability, who can navigate life's ups and downs with grace, becomes someone a woman not only desires but trusts. And once trust is established, intimacy follows naturally. There's something undeniably compelling about a man who carries himself with quiet confidence. He doesn't need to announce his presence or prove his worth to anyone. His energy speaks for itself. This silent power draws people in, especially women. A woman naturally craves intimacy, with a man who exudes strength without aggression, certainty without arrogance. It's not about dominance or control. It's about an unshakable sense of self that makes her feel both excited and secure in his presence. Confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess, but there's a key difference between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance is loud, needy, and fragile. It relies on external validation. A man who brags about his achievements, constantly seeks approval, or belittles others to make himself feel superior may seem confident on the surface, but beneath that facade is insecurity. A truly confident man, on the other hand, is secure in who he is. He doesn't need to prove anything because he knows his worth doesn't come from outside opinions. He walks into a room with ease, not because he demands attention, but because he is comfortable in his own skin. Women are highly perceptive to body language, often noticing subtle cues that men overlook. A confident man moves with purpose, stands tall with relaxed shoulders, and maintains steady eye contact without appearing forceful. His voice is calm and measured, not rushed or desperate for approval. He takes his time when speaking, not because he is trying to impress, but because he values his own words. Even in silence, his presence is felt. Women instinctively pick up on these signals, drawn to the quiet strength of a man who is both composed and self-assured. It's not about being the loudest or the most dominant in the room. It's about having a presence that speaks without words. This kind of masculine presence is deeply connected to Stoic philosophy. A Stoic man does not seek validation from others. He does not rely on external praise to feel strong, nor does he crumble under criticism. His confidence comes from within, from a mindset rooted in self-discipline, purpose, and an understanding that he controls his own reactions, not the world around him. This is why women feel naturally drawn to men who practice emotional resilience. A man who is unshaken by life's challenges, who does not react impulsively to emotions or external pressures, radiates a power that is rare and deeply attractive. Another, crucial aspect of masculine presence is the ability to remain centered in moments of tension. Whether in a disagreement, an unexpected challenge, or a high-pressure situation, a man who remains calm and collected earns deep respect. Women feel safe around men who don't panic, who don't let small obstacles shake them. When a man can hold his ground without aggression, listen without feeling threatened, and make decisions with clarity, he creates an atmosphere of stability that naturally fosters intimacy. This kind of attraction isn't about playing a role or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about developing true inner confidence. Confidence that isn't dependent on circumstances, wealth, or external success. A man who knows himself, who carries himself with quiet strength, and who moves through life with purpose doesn't need to chase attraction. Women feel it. They sense it in his posture, his gaze, and his way of being. And when a woman feels this kind of presence, she doesn't just notice it, she craves it. A woman may be drawn to a man's presence, but it's his mind and emotional depth that keep her truly engaged. Physical attraction alone fades if there's no meaningful connection beneath the surface. What makes a woman crave intimacy on a deeper level is not just how a man looks, but how he thinks, how he communicates, and how he makes her feel understood, without her having to spell everything out. A man who can challenge her intellectually, listen with genuine interest, and respond with depth creates an irresistible bond that goes beyond fleeting attraction. Conversations are more than just an exchange of words. They are an opportunity to connect on a deeper level. When a man is able to engage in meaningful discussions, not just about surface-level topics, but about life, philosophy, emotions, and aspirations, he becomes far more intriguing. Women are naturally drawn to men who can make them think, who introduce them to new ideas, and who aren't afraid to explore complex topics. It's not about impressing her with knowledge or trying to dominate the conversation. It's about being present, asking thoughtful questions, and creating an environment where she feels safe to express her true thoughts and emotions. Attraction deepens when a woman feels mentally stimulated and emotionally understood. A man who can read between the lines of what she says, who notices the emotions behind her words, and who responds in a way that shows true understanding, makes her feel seen. This is where emotional intelligence comes into play. Many men focus only on logic, missing the subtle cues in a woman's tone, body language, or expressions. But a man with emotional depth understands that words are only part of the conversation. What's left unsaid often speaks louder. A slight hesitation, a change in her gaze, or a soft sigh can reveal more about her emotions than an entire sentence. A man who can pick up on these nuances and respond in a way that makes her feel safe, valued, and truly heard forms a connection that is rare and powerful. This ability to connect deeply ties directly into Stoic philosophy. A Stoic man does not simply react to emotions. He observes them, understands them, and navigates them with wisdom. He does not become consumed by emotional turbulence, nor does he shy away from it. He approaches conversations with clarity, never feeling the need to prove himself or seek validation. Instead, he engages with an open mind and steady heart, allowing the conversation to flow naturally. He does not cling to outcomes or try to force connections. He understands that true intimacy is not about possession but about presence. A man with intellectual and emotional depth also knows the power of silence. He does not rush to fill every gap in conversation with meaningless words. Instead, he allows moments of stillness, giving space for deeper thoughts and emotions to surface. This kind of presence makes a woman feel comfortable, knowing she doesn't need to perform or entertain. She can simply be. When a woman experiences this level of connection, she doesn't just enjoy the conversation. She feels drawn to it, craving more of the depth and understanding that is so rare to find. This is what separates a fleeting attraction from something truly profound. It's not about knowing all the right answers, but about being present, engaged, and unafraid to explore the depths of both the mind and the heart. A man who masters this art of connection doesn't need to chase intimacy. It naturally finds him. Attraction is often communicated in ways that words cannot capture. A woman may never directly say how she feels, but her body language, subtle movements, and nonverbal signals reveal far more than spoken words ever could. Many men overlook these signs, thinking that interest must be expressed verbally, but in reality, a woman's attraction is often felt rather than spoken. The way she looks at you, the way she positions herself when you're near, the small, yet intentional gestures she makes, all of these are powerful indicators of how she truly feels. One of the most telling signs is eye contact. A lingering gaze, a soft look followed by a slight smile, or a glance that holds for just a second longer than expected. These are all ways a woman signals her attraction. Eye contact creates an unspoken connection, an invisible thread of intimacy that pulls two people closer. If she looks at you, looks away, and then looks back again, she is not just observing you, she is inviting you to notice her. A woman who is indifferent will not make the effort to maintain eye contact. But when she does, especially when accompanied by a warm expression or a playful smirk, she is sending a clear message. Subtle touches are another powerful sign. A woman who is comfortable with you and drawn to you will find small, natural ways to make physical contact. It could be a gentle touch on your arm during conversation, a playful nudge, or even a moment where her fingers lightly graze yours. These actions are not accidental. They are subconscious expressions of connection. Physical touch, no matter how slight, is a test of comfort. If she initiates these moments and observes your reaction, she is seeking reassurance that the attraction is mutual. However, the key is to remain composed and aware. A man who is too eager may misinterpret a casual gesture, while a man who is too distant may miss an opportunity for deeper closeness. Mirroring is another fascinating aspect of nonverbal communication. When a woman is attracted to someone, she often unconsciously mimics their body language, speech patterns, or movements. If you cross your arms, she may do the same. If you lean in slightly, she might follow. This is not an act of imitation, but rather a natural human tendency to synchronize with someone we feel connected to. Recognizing this subtle reflection can reveal a great deal about a woman's level of interest. If she mirrors your posture or gestures, it is a sign that she feels comfortable and in tune with you. While physical and nonverbal signals are powerful, it is equally important to respect personal space and timing. True connection is not about forcing intimacy but allowing it to develop naturally. A man who understands this does not rush or invade a woman's space in an attempt to create closeness. Instead, he maintains his own sense of control, letting attraction build at its own pace. A woman feels safest and most drawn to a man who respects her boundaries while still creating an air of warmth and presence. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes invaluable. A Stoic man does not react impulsively to every touch, glance, or movement. He observes, he understands, and he responds with composure. He does not allow emotions to dictate his actions, nor does he seek constant validation from external signs. Instead, he remains steady, self-assured, and aware of the moment without clinging to any specific outcome. Attraction should never be about desperation or the need for approval. It should flow naturally between two people who feel a genuine connection. A man who embodies this level of self-awareness stands out without effort. He does not chase, yet he does not ignore the signals presented to him. He understands the language of attraction, but does not become consumed by it. This balance of confidence and control is what makes him not just attractive, but deeply compelling. When a woman senses this energy, she is not only drawn to it, she craves it. Attraction is not just about looks, charm, or even shared interests. It is about intrigue. A woman may appreciate kindness and reliability, but what truly draws her in is the feeling of anticipation, the sense that there is more to discover. Predictability can make a man seem safe, but it can also make him unexciting. When everything about a person is obvious and expected, the mystery fades. and with it the thrill of attraction. This is why emotional depth and an element of challenge are so powerful. A woman is naturally drawn to a man who has layers, someone whose thoughts and emotions are not always on full display, but revealed over time. This does not mean playing games or being intentionally distant. It is not about withholding affection or being emotionally unavailable. Instead, it is about maintaining a sense of independence, of being a man who has his own life, goals, and passions beyond any relationship. Women are not drawn to men who are always available, who revolve their entire existence around them. They are drawn to men who have a direction, a purpose, and a strong sense of self that does not depend on external validation. When a man has his own ambitions, routines, and interests, he naturally creates a sense of mystery, not by hiding anything, but by simply being fully engaged in his own life. There is a fine balance between being present and being too predictable. If a woman knows exactly how you will respond in every situation, if she feels she has already figured you out completely, the excitement begins to fade. The strongest attraction is built on curiosity, on the feeling that there is always something new to learn about the other person. This is why men who maintain a bit of emotional depth, who don't always reveal everything at once, hold a woman's attention for longer. She should feel that she is uncovering new aspects of you over time, rather than being given everything up front. This does not mean being secretive or manipulative. It means being selective about what you share and when. A man who is too eager to please, who rushes to reveal every thought and feeling, loses his sense of mystery. On the other hand, a man who naturally allows things to unfold, who shares when it feels right rather than out of a need for validation, creates an air of intrigue that is far more compelling. The most attractive men are not the ones who try to prove their worth, but the ones who simply live with purpose and confidence, allowing a woman to discover them at her own pace. Stoicism teaches a valuable lesson here: detachment from external approval while maintaining presence. A Stoic man does not seek to impress or win someone over by constantly displaying his qualities. He does not feel the need to be validated through attention or affection. Instead, he remains steady, fully engaged in his own life, and naturally allows attraction to build over time. He does not chase, yet he does not withdraw. He exists in a space of quiet confidence, where he neither clings to nor rejects connection. This creates a powerful effect. A man who embraces this mindset never feels the need to be overly available or to force intimacy. He understands that real connection happens naturally, not through pressure or neediness. He does not reveal everything at once, but he is also not closed off. He simply allows things to develop without the need for constant reassurance. This balance is what makes him intriguing, what keeps a woman's interest alive. She does not crave him because he is distant, but because he is complete on his own, and she feels drawn into his world rather than placed at the center of it. When a woman senses that a man is not emotionally dependent on her, that he is fully capable of standing on his own, she respects and desires him even more. The challenge is not about playing hard to get, but about being a man whose life is already rich and meaningful, with or without her. This quiet sense of self-sufficiency is the foundation of lasting attraction. Attraction is not just about mystery, challenge, or confidence. It is also about the energy two people share. A woman does not crave intimacy with a man simply because he is strong or intriguing. She craves it when she feels a natural flow of connection, a shared emotional and physical energy that makes being with him feel effortless. This energy is not something that can be forced or faked. It develops through shared experiences, moments of laughter, deep conversations, and an unspoken understanding that draws two people closer. Chemistry is not just a physical spark, it is the sense that two people are aligned in how they feel, think, and experience the world together. A woman feels this when she is around a man who makes her comfortable yet excited, someone with whom she can be herself without hesitation. It is in the moments of shared laughter, when both of them lose themselves in a conversation, when time seems to pass effortlessly, and when silence feels just as meaningful as words. True intimacy is built not just through physical closeness, but through emotional alignment, the feeling that two people are on the same wavelength. This is why shared experiences are so important in deepening attraction. A woman may feel a surface-level connection with a man based on appearance or charm, but what makes that attraction last is the bond created through doing things together. Whether it is an adventure, a meaningful conversation, or even just simple, everyday moments that hold significance. These shared experiences create memories, and memories build emotional attachment. The more a woman associates a man with moments that make her feel alive, safe, and understood, the more she craves being around him. Vulnerability also plays a role in creating this shared energy. A man who can open up without losing his strength, who can share his thoughts and feelings without seeking approval, allows a woman to feel emotionally safe with him. This does not mean oversharing or seeking emotional validation. It means being present in a way that makes her feel seen and valued. A woman desires intimacy with a man who is emotionally available, but not emotionally dependent. Someone who can express himself honestly while remaining grounded. The balance between emotional and physical energy is key. Physical attraction alone may create excitement, but without emotional alignment, it fades. On the other hand, emotional connection without physical chemistry can feel incomplete. A strong bond comes from both. A deep understanding paired with a natural, effortless physical attraction. When a woman feels this combination, she does not just like a man, she longs for him, not just in a fleeting way, but in a way that makes her want to keep him in her life. Stoicism offers an important perspective on this balance. It teaches that passion and desire are natural, but they should never control us. A man who follows Stoic principles does not chase after attraction blindly or lose himself in emotions. Instead, he remains steady, allowing connection to develop naturally without force. He does not try to manipulate chemistry, nor does he rely on it to define his worth. He understands that true intimacy is a meeting of two complete individuals, not a desperate attempt to fill an emotional void. This mindset makes a man even more attractive. A woman feels drawn to someone who is passionate yet composed, who can share deep moments without losing his sense of self. She senses that his energy is not desperate or scattered. It is calm, confident, and present. When a man can balance passion with inner peace, he creates an environment where intimacy flourishes naturally. A woman does not just want to be close. To him, she feels a deep pull toward him, a connection that is both exciting and secure. This is the foundation of lasting attraction. Attraction is not just about looks, charm, or even shared interests. It is about the deeper forces that shape human connection: emotional safety, confidence, intellectual and emotional depth, nonverbal signals, mystery, and shared energy. These 6 factors are what truly make a woman crave intimacy with a man. They go beyond fleeting attraction and create a lasting bond built on trust, respect, and understanding. When a man embodies these qualities, he does not just catch a woman's attention. He leaves a lasting impression that makes her feel drawn to him in a way she cannot easily explain. Looking back, it becomes clear that attraction is not about trying to impress someone or playing games. It is about the kind of presence a man carries within himself. A woman feels emotionally safe with a man who is consistent and trustworthy. She is drawn to his confidence when it comes from genuine self-assurance rather than arrogance. She feels connected when conversations are meaningful, when he challenges her mind and understands her emotions. Even the smallest gestures, eye contact, touch, and body language, send signals that build anticipation and connection. A man who keeps an element of mystery maintains a sense of independence that makes him intriguing. And ultimately, the energy two people share, their laughter, conversations, and silent moments, creates a bond that makes intimacy feel natural and inevitable. Now, the important question is, which of these factors do you naturally exhibit, and which ones can you improve? Self-reflection is key to growth. Attraction is not about changing who you are. It is about becoming the best version of yourself while remaining authentic. Some men naturally exude confidence but may struggle with emotional depth. Others may be great conversationalists but lack mystery. Recognizing your strengths and areas for improvement allows you to build deeper and more meaningful connections. What surprised you the most about female attraction? Was it the importance of emotional safety, the role of subtle body language, or perhaps the idea that intimacy is more about shared energy than just physical attraction? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue the discussion. Understanding attraction through the lens of Stoicism allows you to remain grounded, confident, and in control of your emotions, making you more attractive without chasing validation. If this perspective resonated with you, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more insights on Stoicism and human connection, and stay tuned for more content that will help you navigate relationships with wisdom and clarity.